whether we should head to Disneyland for a couple of days or whether we should go explore Seattle for a couple of days. This all came about because we decided that we were going to make 2 full weeks out of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, we had, like 2 dangly days in 1 week. I'm like, I'm not gonna go to work for 2 days and then take a week and a half off. That just seems silly.
No, I agree.
So basically, the cruise leaves on a Thursday, so we have to be there on a Wednesday. And we were like, okay, what are we gonna do with Monday and Tuesday? Like, well, we could fly into Seattle on Sunday, and then we could then have 3 full days to tour Seattle. And I started looking into that, and the World Cup is currently happening or getting ready to happen.
Getting ready to happen.
By the time July comes, it will be happening. And some of the games are being played in Seattle, so the cost of the hotel rooms and everything else are a little elevated more than normal. So I was like, oh, I wonder how much it would cost Disneyland instead. So I looked at how much it would cost to fly to LA, then fly to LA to Seattle, and then Seattle home later on. And that part was going to be the same. And but I was like, okay, but we need a little more time in Disneyland. You need 3 days in the park. So I was going to go there Saturday and be there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because either way, we still need to be in Seattle on Wednesday. So now we're going to try to figure out by comparing the two, what is there to do, which one we want to do.
Yeah, because, I'll be honest, never. Okay, so I know the Space Needle is in Seattle.
Right. Neither one of us have been to Seattle.
Neither one of us have been to Seattle. One of us was contemplating taking a job offer in Seattle.
Wasn't me.
I know. Which never materialized. And, we have no idea what is there to do in Seattle. So over the past couple of days, we've been doing our own independent digging around and come to find out there's quite an awful lot to do in Seattle. But
yes.
I think before we get to talking about what there is to do in Seattle, I want to talk about what is still going on at Disneyland.
Oh, so
yeah, and I it's so tempting in a bunch of ways. But the monorail wasn't running when we were down there,
Nope.
and it's running now.
Correct.
The train wasn't running when we were down there, and it's running now.
Correct.
Just those 2 things.
Those are the 2 things that Rob desperately wanted to do the last time we were down there and could do neither one.
Right. Disappointment on top of disappointment.
Right. Even It's a Small World wasn't working when we were down there last time.
Yeah, it wasn't
over
open.
there.
They were undoing the Christmas,
holiday.
the holiday overlay.
Yep.
So the whole thing was closed. So it couldn't even go in that.
No.
So I just thought that going back to Disneyland was going to be fantastic.
Right. And currently, Disneyland is still celebrating their 70th anniversary because Disney likes to celebrate everything for 18 months. Not sure why, but that seems to be what they do.
I celebrate my birthday for 18 months.
No, honey, you don't.
No, I don't.
They have a new character cavalcade, one of those small parades during the day at Disneyland Park called Celebrate Happy. It winds its way through the parade route. Lots of the favorite characters, the Bad Five.
Right, and that wasn't going on when we were down there.
This is all brand new.
Yep.
At Disneyland, they have the Tapestry of Happiness, which is a projection show that is to the Jonas Brothers' new song "Happy," I believe. It's on Small World and the Castle because Disneyland does not have fireworks every night.
Correct.
But they have a projection show every night. So it's a projection, an animated mosaic of all the Disneyland attractions. They also have Wondrous Journeys, which is the projection show on the castle, and it's a Small World with fireworks. Then they have their parade they brought back that we have never seen.
Yeah.
Because we were there during the Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, they had that parade that night. They didn't have their nighttime parade, which is Paint the Night, which is supposed to be better by a lot than the new nighttime parade at Walt Disney World.
I saw 20 seconds of video and I was blown away just by 20 seconds of video. Yeah. It would, it would definitely be like a high point
Oh, yeah, yeah.
of the trip.
I mean, it's bright, massive colors, all brilliant LEDs. I mean, I've seen
Millions.
billions of LEDs. The one I remember is the truck from Cars, the 18-wheeler from Cars is all lit up coming down. Interesting. Very high on my list. Better Together, a Pixar Pal celebration, is the parade happening in Disney, California.
Yeah,
A
and I
delightful
don't think we
daytime
saw
parade
that.
filled with incredible music, dynamic color floats, and 2,000 favorite characters. That is also new.
Yeah, so we didn't take any of that in.
No, no, we've never done any of this.
And then, so you listed all the things that we missed last time around, and I I didn't realize that we didn't go on Haunted Mansion there.
It was being deholidayed,
Oh,
didn't it? Yeah.
we didn't see Mr. Lincoln either.
Nope.
Uh,
And we didn't see the new Walt Disney animatronic in next to him.
we did not. So there was an awful lot of stuff
Right.
that we didn't take in, and then there's all this new stuff that's going on over at uh, Batu.
Well, Batu's got the new, uh, like a nighttime show called the Shadows of Memory, a Skywalker saga. So it's telling you the story of the Skywalkers, which takes you through, you know, what we consider the first three films, what our children consider the middle three films.
I'm not a numbers guy.
But it takes you through all 9 films because Rey ends up being a Skywalker in the end. She adopts herself. So I'm assuming I haven't seen it. It's new.
Yeah, and then Bluey's Best Day Ever.
Yet
That looked really fun too.
it does. It looks really fun. And Tim, who's probably listening to this, and this is your reminder, Tim, you were supposed to send me a list of episodes that we had to watch, and I still have not received it. So if we do go there before we see this, because we've never seen a Bluey episode.
I've never seen a Bluey episode.
Right. So he's supposed
I
to send
just
us.
know it's like one of those in shows.
Right, but it's supposed to be very well written and well done too. So it's also a good show, not just an in show.
I like well written and well
Yep.
done.
And of course, both coasts, the Mandalorian and Grogu are joining Smuggler's Run. And Soaring Across America will begin July 2nd in Disneyland.
And then the big thing
I tossed this in there because I knew that he would think it was a big thing.
it's a big thing.
This was a carrot because this has always been available. It wasn't last time because the train wasn't running.
Right. So you can much like the Main Street Story Tour that they do, you can take a guided tour of the railroad, and it features a ride on the Lily Bell,
Correct.
which is a very, very famous car
It was the car he had made for his wife,
with
Lilibel. Yeah.
a lot of deep connections to the Disney family. And I'm just like, oh, that's great. Let's go.
Rob
And
is a huge, huge railroad buff.
yeah. Then, can I segue?
Sure.
Okay. So the Union Pacific 4014
Which is a really big
boy
engine.
steam locomotive is making its way across the United States. It's actually going to be in Philadelphia on Flag Day, correct?
July 4th.
Oh, on the 4th of July.
Yes, Independence Day. Where did we sign that? There we go.
Okay. So it's basically gonna snake through our backyard.
Right.
So
We have more planning to do.
yeah, I like steam trains.
Yeah. So we'll be planning that too. There'll invariably be an episode about a steam train trip
At some point.
at some point.
Okay. So finished with the segue, which maybe survived the editing and maybe it didn't.
I leave more than I think you think. I think you think.
Seeing as how neither of us really knew an awful lot about Seattle, we both started poking around about what is there to do in Seattle? Where do you stay when you're in Seattle? Wow. What an interesting city.
I'm going to do a quick segue. So something that
Your turn?
yeah. So they understand why we get excited by this. There, besides theme parks, something we look into whenever we go to any new city. The art museums, the zoo, if it has an aquarium, and brew pubs. Am I correct?
Yes.
So those are the 4 things that we always look for in a city. Then after that, if it's a small city or out in the middle of nowhere, hiking trails, nature, all of that, that's our jam.
I can get into a little street art too.
Right. Oh, no, yeah, street art. So that's what we look for. The street art to me is the atmosphere and the vibe of the city. So some of the things that we're about to talk about, you're like, some of you will be like, yeah, what's that? Well, that's our jam.
And just want to give a shout out to these 2 individuals who we've never met except online.
We read their blog.
We read their blog. Bailey and Daniel. They do destination-less travel. Uh, wow. So I've read 3 separate things that they've done on Seattle.
Mhm.
They
I've only read the one, so
really like Seattle.
yes. Well,
But going through their itinerary, it was sort of ticking off all the boxes, all the places that we discovered while we were poking around. And it's really an amazing city and small, very walkable.
yeah, very walkable, but at the same time, huge bus lines that are very easy to get onto and off of, and a small light rail that goes through a large portion of the city too. So if you are not in downtown, there are easy public transportation around.
But even like so we were thinking of the Queen Anne area of the
Which
city.
is the northern area of Seattle,
Right.
before the river.
Yep. And still, I think at the most would be a 30-minute walk to say Pike Market.
Yeah. Well, depending on where yeah.
Yeah.
It could be an hour if you're at the top of it, but yeah, it's, it's very walkable. Because our daughter, who's taking the cruise with us, is actually staying 2 days after we get back because she's going to Flock, which is a convention for wool knitters. Okay.
We tried to get out of her what
I know it
they
is
were
that
they were
vendor one.
they were
So
called.
it's yeah, it's a crafts fair, really, a huge because it's in the convention center craft fair. It's the largest wool-centered craft fair anywhere. So it's all people that make the wool, that have the sheep patterns, made things out of it, everything you ever wanted to do with
I
wool.
wonder if there's actually going to be sheep there.
I don't know. There was at the last one we went to, but that was outside.
So knowing our daughter's fascination with all things wool, I asked her if she was bringing an extra bag with her for the return trip. I got a little bit of a side eye. I thought I I thought it was unwarranted.
Oh, she already said, "I need to make sure I have lots of room left in my bag." So she's gonna be staying east of the center of town. And the center of town really is in the center of north-south center, but it's all the way to the west. It's right on the Sound, is the main hub of Seattle, and she's gonna be staying a little on the eastern side. So what is there to do, Robert?
Well, the thing that jumped out at me right away was the Chihuly Gardens. We've been very fortunate to see a bunch of Chihuly exhibits over the years.
Chicago,
One of my
Botanical
favorite
Gardens.
Boston.
Oh, I forgot about Boston.
Oh,
That was my actually, the first time I ever saw Chihuly was in Boston.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And there's actually a 9-acre Chihuly Garden in Seattle. Now, what's really turning me on about it is we caught the Chihuly exhibit, which was down at the Bronx Botanical Gardens. And the way they interwove his art with the actual
Plants.
greenery
Yeah.
was amazing. And you would turn a corner and you would see something and it would be a total wow moment. So I'm like, okay, 9 acres of wow, definitely there.
Yeah. Yeah, and it used to be some amusement park or something that closed. and they took it over and became the Chihuly Gardens as basically at the base of the Space Needle.
No.
Um, it's got a glass house. There's actually glass artists there doing exhibits and showing you how. Chihuly is a glass blower. So
If you don't know who Dale Chihuly is, look him up, and you'll see some of his works, and you'll go, "Oh, yeah, I know who he is."
right, yeah. So it's all blown glass. There's a theater there. There's a bar there, and even some of his personal collection is there.
Yeah, yeah. So that was definitely something that piqued my curiosity,
Yes, yeah,
and that I wanted to explore. And then, like Meg was saying, a little earlier, we're zoo nuts,
yeah. We
and
love
so
zoos. Well, we've grown up with the Bronx Zoo,
yeah, which is a phenomenal zoo.
so that's kind of our
Sorry, it's a little
par.
biased.
Yeah, but also we've always and growing up, I traveled a lot with my family, and me and my mother hit the zoo in every city we went to,
And you and I have done that
and I've kept it up with you.
pretty
Yes,
true as well, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So the Woodland Park Zoo, founded in 1899. I think it brings in like 1 million people a year. It's rather extensive. It's like 82 acres or something. It's in the northern part, just kind of right outside of the main area of Seattle, over the river and through the woods. Um, it's supposed to be an excellent zoo. It is.
I believe it makes the top 10 list
It makes the
of
top 10 list of U.S.
US
zoos.
zoos.
It has certification wise or recognition wise, just as many recognitions, or not quite, just below the Bronx Zoo, which has the most recognitions of excellence in conservation and animal care and that whole thing. It's one of the first zoos that did the exhibits that created an exhibit that was more like where they're supposed to live and not a cage.
So based on habitat.
Yeah. Thank you for knowing what I was saying.
It's sometimes very hard, and I do like a good challenge.
We do look a good challenge. You're not going to have a car, so we are going to be depending on walking or public transportation or Lyft.
Right, but I've been doing some research on that as well, and we can get a discount pass,
Mhm.
For transportation. There was also that other pass program.
The City Pass, which gets us into the
Right.
Space Needle, the zoo, or the aquarium, Chihuly Gardens,
Oh, yeah, we haven't even gotten to the aquarium.
and something else.
So, this was a little bit of sticker shock, but I guess f t to get into a world-renowned aquarium, which is what their aquarium is,
Right.
it's, like, I think you told me
Actually,
almost
yeah,
$100?
yeah, well, yeah, but at the same time, I actually also think it's less than the National Aquarium,
It could be.
which is in Baltimore, if anybody doesn't know where that is, and a favorite of ours. So the Seattle Aquarium is one of the region's premier aquariums. It has all the basic aquarium kind of things, from mammals to fishies. A lot. Its focuses on what you actually find outside of its own doors on the Puget Sound, which is seals, fish, salmon, all that fun stuff.
I mean, the photos on the website, um, sort of remind me in a lot of ways of Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that it's, structured the same way, but,
That
the
interactive
interaction and the attention to
think,
detail.
and that being the rooms that you look like you're almost surrounded by the aquarium, so you almost feel like you're in an aquarium or in the water, even though you're not.
Yeah.
So that seemed interesting, and that is a 5-minute walk from the Space Needle.
Yeah, everything so there's, like, 2 co what I can see so far is there's, like, 2 major, areas.
Around Space Needle
Yeah,
and around
down by Pioneer Square,
right, and that's where Pike Market is.
Pike Market is, and yeah, yeah. So this was the other thing that was really trippy.
The
Uh,
the history buff in me,
yeah.
I saw this, I was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh."
Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I guess just like every other, great major American city, there was a disastrous fire sometime around the turn of the century.
Yep,
18 what is it? 1881
1889.
to be exact. And for some reason, which we which we haven't really done a lot of poking around because
Oh no, I know. I know because it's history.
but I want no, not that. I wanna let this part of it come to
Oh
me
no, but
when we take the tour. Why when you rebuilt, did you build one story up? So, there's this tour called the Underground Tour, and it's like a 4-block walk underground. It starts off at a speakeasy and ends popping up in Pioneer Square. They have multiple versions of the tour. They have the all ages version, and
during the
then
day,
yeah, during the day, and then around 5:30, I think.
it was like 5:30 and 7:30 or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, they have the 18 plus tour where they really go into exactly what went on uh,
well,
down in this down in this
because it was an underground
underground
area,
area.
and it was 1889, and they rebuilt it relatively quickly. The city itself on top of this area, and then 1920 hit. Okay, so now alcohol is illegal. Well, what are we going to do? Well, guys, we still have this whole underground city area that's still in pretty good shape that we can just go down to now, and that's where the gambling was. That's where the speakeasies were. That's where the ladies of the evening were.
So that just sounded like a tremendous amount of fun,
It
uh,
does.
and 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 just I don't different,
Yes,
different,
very different.
you know.
Now,
And then
Pike Place Market is one of the largest markets in the country. And Fulton Fulton Fish, what is it, in Brooklyn? So basically, it started out as a place that the fishermen came to sell their fish. And then someone went, okay, but people started coming that weren't just like the restaurants and the stores. You know, Joe Bob down the street started coming. So then somebody started selling something else, and then somebody started selling something else, and then a restaurant popped up. And now it's like, I don't know, several blocks, isn't it? You've done a little more research into this one than I have.
it encompasses 9 acres of
Right.
area, and it's split up in a couple of sections, and it's a mix of artisans, restaurants, places that, sell, fish, uh,
Right. And like
just
there's farmers markets, there's fish markets, there's a butcher, but there's also a hand craftsman there.
it
There's
just seems like a really, interesting place. Um, when we were looking at Bailey and Daniel's 3-day thing, they actually did a tour. Um,
a
it was
food
like a
tour,
4 yeah,
a
a
food tour.
4-hour food tour. So you're taken around by a guide, um, to I think it's like 15 or so of
Right.
the best places that you
Because a lot of them
can
are
eat
like
when you're there.
fast food places, but really good gourmet like fast food, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I
And
don't
then it's all open seating.
right. I don't necessarily think I wanna do the tour, but
No,
I'm definitely gonna do a lot of digging around because I remember, what was the market in Philadelphia? It's a very famous market.
I can't remember right now,
I
but
can't
right now the
remember.
one in Anaheim is the one that's popping into my head that was a similar, very considerably smaller. It was 1 block, but
Right,
that same kind of thing.
same sort of concept, but the one in Philadelphia, which is very well known, I should actually just, like,
Google it.
Google it on the computer.
Google.
Uh, we we spent a phenomenal afternoon
Yeah, we did.
just wandering around and, oh, so much variety. Uh,
Yeah,
see what the old thing says. Yeah, terminal market, that's
terminal mar I was like I kept thinking, I'm like, "It's something to do with the train," but I couldn't tell you what it was.
just great, just great. So, looking at,
And there's no cars around the market.
right, so it's all pedestrian, it's all mostly open air. Just just seems like it's gonna be, uh, a great morning or a great afternoon.
Yep. Crêpe de France, Daily Dozen Donut Company, the fish market.
Oh, you got me a donut.
Donut.
Then I also noticed that, I guess, to the
It also has the first Starbucks, but I really couldn't care.
Northeast of town, there's a Japanese garden.
There's a sculpture garden. There's
The sculpture garden looks really
the Seattle Art Museum is very good. Didn't currently have an exhibit that really jumped out at me. They have a small collection of impressionisms, but they do have a sculpture garden in a different location. That's in one of the several city parks that are around the park.
that's northwest.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a big bronze statue of Jimi Hendrix.
Yep.
Somewhere's near Pioneer Square. There was that trippy street art thing, the gum wall.
Yeah, that just is gross. It's literally a window and a wall near Pike Market someplace.
Yeah.
That's just everybody goes out to it and leaves their gum on it. It's disgusting. It's gross.
Well, we're going to see exactly.
Like a chair in an elementary school.
I'm sorry. I saw a picture. And I was fascinated. I know it's
There's a dinner theater at the Pike Market where they do the can.
Okay.
I just thought I'd just point that out. I just found it.
So I want to say too, I want to take this opportunity to say that I'm doing this podcast wearing my Disneyland swag.
You do sound like you've already made up your mind.
I have. I definitely have.
Because I haven't.
Okay. And thus is the yin and the yang of our relationship.
I mean, I just feel like it took us 30 years to get out to Disneyland.
But I don't think it's going to take us another 30 years. I truly do not.
We didn't see Fantasmic when we were out there last time either.
We did not. You didn't put that on the list.
Yes, I did. Right under Vader and Galaxy's Edge.
Okay, there it is. I look at it this way.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever be in Seattle again. Now, we could go there and have an absolutely wonderful time, and on the plane ride back, can't wait to go back. But
I have a strange feeling that that's going to be the case for both locations.
Okay.
But a lot of the cruises also leave out of Vancouver, which is only a ferry road ride. It's a ferry. You can go to Vancouver too. I did look into going to Mount Rainier.
Yes.
They do have tours that you can do for a day, but it's an entire day. It's 10 hours.
Right.
Because it's like 2.5 hours outside of Seattle.
And the vans leave from like city center.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But there are.
And there's several.
Lots of organized tours.
Not just Mount Rainier, but there's several falls and several other state parks and national parks in that area.
Right.
In the whole Cascade Mountain Range.
The one tour
right around Seattle.
The one tour that I looked at yesterday seemed very, very interesting. But I got the impression it was like a group of 30 and 2 guides, and they were going to take you around to all the major touristy spots, but they were also going to take you to the 2 or 3 really spectacular lookout points.
Right.
And I should say, on Lookout Point, one of the places that popped up, which is off the beaten path and northwest of the city center, is a park called Cary Park, and apparently, it's the iconic view of Seattle.
Yes.
And the surrounding area.
Yeah, and you can see because you get Rainier in the background, and in the foreground-ish is the Space Needle.
Right.
Yep.
So I could totally see.
Did you see Gaswork Parks?
Yes. Did that look trippy or did that look trippy?
So Gaswork Parks has an old gas.
It was a gas power plant.
Gas power plant on.
That
I was trying to think.
Decommissioned in the
and it's old and rusty.
Was never taken down.
It's in the middle of a park.
And somebody turned the entire area into a park.
That's just kind of cool looking.
And there's sculptures out there. Yeah, they're just, I don't know, so much to see and do. So I've made up my mind, but you haven't made up your mind.
No, and this is okay. Now this is where the practical aspect of me, unfortunately, is why I have not made up my mind.
Okay.
Okay. So Seattle right now, 3 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. The room, $1,100. Chihuly Gardens, and this is for two, $85. I also put the Museum of Flight out there, but I didn't put any information. Then I dropped it off because it's actually farther south than the airport, so it's a hut.
Yes, it's a hut.
Woodland Park Zoo, $58. The aquarium, $100. The underground tour, $70. That's for the daytime one. It's like $90 for the nighttime one. Lifts around town from the airport to the place we're staying, back again to like the zoo, $200. Total of $1,667 for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Disneyland, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, leaving Wednesday morning. $1,550 for the room. Park tickets are $970. Lift is $177. I have to add to that $196 for the one night we would have to spend in Seattle, right? So that's $2,893.
But I just want to point out that you're violating one of our major rules. I understand that you have that Friday off, but somebody else does not.
Oh, you mean the day off before we go?
Yes. Yes. The buffer day.
I may not have that Friday off. I'm losing my Fridays.
Oh, well.
I've had every Friday off since November. It's been nice.
For somebody.
Yeah. Anyway. So basically, I love Disneyland. I really want to go to Disneyland. My heart wants to go to Disneyland. It's the price difference.
Yeah, so.
And even though right now I'm about to earn a $600 Disney gift card, would bring the price down to $2,200. That's still $600 that we could spend on food in Seattle, an excursion on the boat, whatever.
Right.
But it is longer vacation. So, I mean, the per day cost isn't that much difference. And if we add just one day to Seattle, the room cost is the same. This is when I start rationalizing my life.
Yeah.
So,
and, I mean, I go where you go.
I go where you go.
I would like to go to Seattle, though.
Okay, I guess we're going to Seattle.
Oh, don't say it so resigned. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, sure. My dad used to live there.
Yes. Yes. I mean,
all he ever said to me was, it rains a lot.
It rains a lot.
It is in the middle of a rainforest.
Huh.
We'll be in a rainforest from the moment we land in Seattle until we leave Seattle.
Until we leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, there we go. Off to Seattle we go.
That's actually, while we're talking about it, that's one of the things that I'm most excited about.
The rainforest?
The cruise.
Oh.
And this whole trip, because this is a part of nature that we don't get to see.
No. That's why Katie's
or experience.
We had a family meeting the other night to talk about the excursions and what excursions we were going to take. And our daughter was just like, as long as I get to go on a hike through the rainforest, I just want to go on a hike through the rainforest. And I was right there with her, though.
Oh, sure.
Because it's an area of the world that, I have been in over 40 of the continental United States.
You are well-traveled.
I am well-traveled.
Well, you were dragged around a lot.
As a child. I was dragged around a lot. Literally. And the Northwest is my big empty hole.
Yeah, well, we're going to tick it off.
Right, and Alaska. So I'll even get one outside of the continental United States.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Whoop, whoop. So I'm looking forward to that.
But there is, well, I guess, we'll do more digging and planning between now and then.
Yep. But I got to buy tickets. I got to buy airline tickets.
Mount Rainier.
Yeah, it's the full day. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
But there's a falls, too, that is still a full day, but a little closer. We can look at it later.
Promise?
Sure.
Okay.
I promise you anything. Okay. Well, folks, thank you very much for listening to the Adventures of Two Gray Mice. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen, because it will help our show reach other ears.
Yes, you can follow us on Instagram at Two Gray Mice Podcast or on TikTok at Gray Mice Travel.
You can send any questions about anything or planning your next vacation to number 2, graymice@gmail.com.
And Tim, don't forget to tell us which episodes of Bluey we're supposed to watch.
Yep.
So until next time, I am Rob.
And I'm Meg.
And
And we are 2 gray mice.
Bye-bye.